Good evening, everyone, and welcome all to the viewers and participants over the call. My name is Madhuri Mishra. I am a student at the Yogaguru Institute, and I'm pursuing MA in Yoga and also doing the 200 hours teacher training course. Welcome all to this session being conducted by the Yoga Research Study Circle, which is a part of the Women Health Research Foundation, also called as WHRF. WHRF is a trust established in 2017 under the guidance of our president, Dr. Neha Vashisht, and our founder and patron, Dr. Mohan Karki. This trust is committed towards empowering women in every sphere of life and providing them the tools required to lead a fulfilling and healthy life. We work primarily in the field of academics and promote health, social, and cultural welfare amongst women. Yoga Research Study Circle is one such team that helps yoga professionals publish their research and get their work recognized. As an initiative of this group, we invite achievers from different fields every Sunday to share their experiences and inspire others. Today, we have Dr. Anagha Kulkarni, who is an expert in lactation and breastfeeding. She has a bachelor's in homeopathy and medicine surgery and is an international board certified lactation consultant and also a member of the International Lactation Consultant Association. She actively promotes breastfeeding through the Breastfeeding Promotion Network of India. Currently, she is working with the Rainbow Children's Hospital at Bangalore as a senior lactation consultant. She is also the nodal officer for making hospital policies and is a part of the Baby Friendly Hospital Initiative. Her specialization is as a lactation consultant in the neonatal ICU, low birth weight, and preterm babies, along with being a postpartum mental and sexual health counselor. She has previously worked as the neonatal ICU registrar at the Mai Mangeshkar Hospital at Pune. She will be speaking today about why breastfeeding is important, which will be followed by a question and answer session. With that, I hand it over to you, Dr. Anagha. Thank you for joining us this evening. The floor is all yours.
Namaste. Thank you so much, Madhuri, for your warm welcome and wishes. So, as to introduce myself, Dr. Anagha Kulkarni, and I'm a senior lactation consultant in working in the Rainbow Children's Hospital, Bangalore. So, why breastfeeding is very, very important? So, WHO, that is the World Health Organization, recommended for 6 months exclusively breastfeeding and till 2 years with the complementary food for every baby. Why it is so much important? Why all over the world they gave so much importance for the breastfeeding mother's own milk? So there are the certain few things which is a very essential for the baby. The breast milk that is called the colostrum in the initial few days, it is called the colostrum. It is called the golden liquid drops, and it is a single drop. It is having more than 200 plus nutrients. So as soon as after delivery, immediately we are starting the direct breastfeeding as much as possible. Why? There is a skin to skin contact with the baby. The neurosignal immediately goes to the brain that baby started suckling and it's time to again reproducing the milk. So immediately when babies started, there is a skin to skin and started the breastfeeding. The colostrum first few drops are very, very important. It is having the immunological effects, that is a serum IgA, which is a very, very important to increase the immunity, which is first few days, which is very necessary for the baby to protect their life. Why it is important? Because in that single drop having, as earlier I told you, the 200 plus nutrients, okay, it is having the more percentage of the protein, then fat level and the lactose also. Immunoglobulins are also present. Plus it is having the Hamlet cells, which protect the baby's full body. White blood cells are also there, which are necessary to protect from the cancer cells also. So this colostrum is a very, very important. Once after that first 3 to 4 days, it is a colostrum period. Automatically the mother's milk transmit into the mature milk. Again, it is having the two types of the milks. It is called the first fore milk, and which is second is a hind milk. These are the very, very essentials. So in the total journey of the breastfeeding, first colostrum, it is a very important. Why? Because it protects the baby's body. It is having the living cells. It is having the macrophages, white blood cells, which acts as antibodies. Okay, then Hamlet cells, which are necessary for the cancer cells in future if there is a chances. So it is a very important. Immunity it produces. Second thing, it promotes the guts. The gut microbes are present in the first few days. So it is a very, very necessary to protect the intestinal infections. Normally in our medical term, we are calling it as a NEC, necrotizing enterocolitis. There are the chances which the colostrum only can prevent the chances of the NEC. So it is a very, very important. So second thing, it increases the bonding between the mother and the baby. Whenever mother started the direct breastfeeding, there is a skin to skin contact. We normally suggest in baby that do the kangaroo mother care. That is a skin to skin contact. So the bonding between the mother and the baby get increases. This is a very beneficial effect for the mother also. Why breastfeeding important for the mother? So it prevents the cancer such as a breast cancer, ovarian cancer, uterine cancer. All these are the prevent by direct breastfeeding. As much as possible, if mother is doing nicely, exclusively 6 months the breastfeeding, the chances of in future the cancer, it will get reduced. Second thing, mentally the stress level get reduced. There is a satisfaction for the mother also that she's doing the breastfeeding, because the breastfeeding is a baby's first right. This is the first nutrition for the baby. Once mother is pregnant, that time through the placenta, all whatever mother is getting is going through placenta to the baby. But once the delivery done, the baby needs as soon as possible much more the breast milk, because that only the baby's nutrition. So the breastfeeding is a very important. Second thing, LAM, that is a lactational method. Due to this, it is a natural acts as a contraception. How much duration mother will do the breastfeeding? Exclusive breastfeeding means at least 6 months, only mother's milk baby is taking. It is called the LAM method. It is a natural contraceptive. It is a benefit for the breastfeeding to the mother. Second thing, the stress level reduces as earlier as told. The postpartum depression chances also reduce. In some mothers, there are the chances of the postpartum depression, PPD. So due to the direct breastfeeding, the chances of the PPD also reduces. This is a best benefit for the breastfeeding for the mother. After that, some mothers feels that my tummy is getting full due to the pregnancy and all the changes. As soon as mother started more and more the breastfeeding, the calories are burning. Okay, she will be back to her normal shape. This is also benefit, because whenever she is doing the breastfeeding, in the mother's milk, in the lactating mother, continuous the calories are getting. So this is also benefits. Now again, I will turn to the why the babies, the breastfeeding is essential, or breast milk is essential for the baby. There are the certain few things in the breast milk, that is a DHA and AA. Which promotes or which is important to neurodevelopment, cognitive development, retinal development, and the brain development. The DHA and AA is only present in mother's own milk. No any other powder formula, nothing. It's more very important and more common for the babies. So if we are doing more breastfeeding, the baby will become more intelligent. Okay, then 87% of the water present in the mother's own milk. Okay, so we are not giving any water to the baby for the first 6 months. Why? This is the reason that every mother is having the 87% of the water, then 6.9% to 7% of the lactose, that is a carbohydrate, okay, which is for the growth of the brain, which is a very, very essential. Then proteins 0.8 to 1% protein, which gives more energy. Baby first few days requires more and more energy to growth. So it contains 1% of the protein, and fat 3 to 5% of the fat is present in the mother's own milk. Okay, so it is very important you have to do the direct breastfeeding. There are certain vitamins also present, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin K, all vitamins are present in the mother's milk. The lysozyme, lactoferrin, they are very essential to fight the foreign bodies, pathogens, and microorganisms which enter in case baby's body, which are very necessary to start the fighting. So lactoferrin are very important to kill the pathogens. Okay, so in a single drop it is having more than 200 plus nutrients. So my request is to all the mothers, do as much as possible the direct breastfeeding, because this is the first baby's right for the baby's nutrition. Okay, Madhuri ji.
Thank you, Dr. Anagha. It was like a wonderful session, and we have received a couple of questions from our viewers, and I would like to go ahead and ask you those.
Yeah.
For their benefit. So the first question that we have received is, for how long can I continue to breastfeed?
So the direct breastfeeding, the WHO, that is a World Health Organization, is recommend till 6 months exclusive breastfeeding. What is meant by the exclusive breastfeeding? Means only mother's own milk, the direct breastfeeding. Okay, then after you are expressing by do the hand expression or the pumping, but you are giving only your milk. So this is the exclusive breastfeeding for your baby. As earlier I told you, the benefits of the for the mother and the baby both, why breastfeeding is important. So as much as possible till 6 months exclusive breastfeeding recommendation, and till at least 2 years you can do the direct breastfeeding to the baby with supplementary food after the 6 months.
Okay. Thank you for that. Then the next question we have is, what are the signs that indicate if my baby is full and my milk is sufficient? How can I know that?
Yeah. In daily basis in a hospital also, this is a common question for all the mothers. They are asking, ma'am, how I get to know my milk is sufficient for my baby or not? Because first 2 days after the delivery, first 2 days of life, your baby's stomach capacity is very small. It's like one cherry. Okay. From 3rd day to 7th, 10th day, it become little grown up. It become like the walnut. Again, it grows up after 10 to 12 days. It become one like peach. And once your baby reach at the 1 month, 4 weeks, it become like one egg. So day by day, the stomach capacity of your baby is gaining. So they are demanding the small quantity of the small interval first 48 hours. Compared to mother also started the few drops. But as much as possible, baby started suckling naturally. There is a skin to skin contact. The milk production gets increases. So if your baby is passing urine nicely, means within 24 hours, at least one time urine and the motion. And from the 2nd day to 6th day, at least baby has to pass 4 times urine. Okay. If baby is only on your milk, exclusive breastfeeding, minimum 4 times baby has to pass the urine. And after 1 week onward, 7 to 8 times baby has to pass the urine. When baby is passing urine nicely and gaining weight nicely on the mother's own milk, this is an indication her milk is going nicely to her baby. This is an indication. So my advice to all the mothers, don't get stressed, because when she is getting stressed, it immediately hampers the milk production. Because daily basis I'm saying that, ma'am, I'm not having single. I said, okay, it's fine, don't worry, because your baby is also small. They are taking small quantity, small interval. So you need to do the demand feeding. This is sufficient for your baby. So don't worry.
Yeah, I think that is why, many new mothers are recommended to breastfeed like after every 2 hours and for so many days, because the baby gets hungry quickly. And I think that is also like one of the indications.
Yeah, that's why I'm telling them you have to do the demand feeding. You need to see the hunger cues of the baby. Every baby is showing the hunger cues. That time they are showing hunger cues, means they are demanding. We need to recognize these hunger cues. That time they are telling, Mama, please look at me. I'm getting hungry, Baba. Okay. So
Yeah.
if they are watching any clock or any of 2 hours, 3 hours, now it's feeding time. No. Before that, every baby is showing hunger cues from little deep to quite alert stage. This is the best time for do the breastfeeding. When
Okay.
they are doing the smacking of the lips and tongue gets dry, blinking the eyes,
Mhm.
ear to ear movement, up and down hand to leg movements, body wriggling, stretching movements. All these are the hunger cues.
Mhm.
So we need to recognize these hunger cues. Always remember the crying is the last hunger cue. That time baby reach at the biggest level of the hungriness and baby will become angry.
Mhm.
So we should not let the baby cry. Before that, every baby is showing the hunger cues, just recognize and start the feeding.
Okay.
So the breastfeeding journey will be very safe, easy, and satisfactory for mother and the baby because mothers are getting stressed immediately once baby started crying. That's why.
Yeah, true, true. Okay, so I think it was a great session, Dr. Anagha, and it was great learning about, what are the important components of mother's milk. And definitely, it was a learning experience for me because I got to know how the bonding is established by the breastfeeding and how it helps, in the physical and mental well-being of the mother, like postpartum depression, it eases out. So there are so many benefits to it, and it was great learning from you. Thank you for joining us this evening and sharing your experience with us.